Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latiners Network, ready to go over all the shows, documentaries, movies released on streaming over the past week. Give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations, as the case may be, and of course, at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out this coming week, so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy, who is eagerly anticipating his fantasy football commencement, if you will.
I don't know about eagerly, but
Okay, maybe he's not. Fair enough. Uh, just saying, we're anticipating. How's that?
I know, dude.
We're looking
I
forward
know. We
to
got drafts coming up
it.
this week, so it's all good.
This week or next week? That was next week. 2 weeks.
A week from yesterday, actually. We had the first one, my first one about it for yours.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of leagues going on, a lot of drafting's going on. Good luck to everybody. Everybody's undefeated, as we say, beginning of the year. That will change rather quickly, particularly for Chewy. uh,
Top pick. Can't go wrong.
but what's not undefeated and what's on streaming, because there's always something good, there's always something shitty. So it's one of those things where it's sometimes you get a good record, sometimes you have a losing season. So there's a losing season kind of week, Chewy. Let's get into it. We begin with the big release, I guess, the marquee show on HBO currently on Sunday night. Of course, that is Lanterns dropping its first episode. Uh, Good reviews generally. The ending, I guess, people weren't a fan of. So let's kind of get into it here. Your thoughts on this first episode? Of course, DC Lanterns, part of DC Universe. Of course, the Green Lantern and other Green Lanterns, of course, too soon to appear. Chew your thoughts on this first episode. Were you agreeing to the
I am.
controversy? I guess I don't know.
I don't know about call it controversy.
I mean, I would
Like I said,
whatever.
maybe in the comics. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
You can't please everybody, dude. I mean,
Fair
let's be
enough.
honest.
Fair enough.
But I really liked it, man. I thought the tone was good. I mean, I like the comedy in a sense as far as the dialogue was great. Interesting story, interesting format. We're getting get two or three different timelines.
Mm-hmm.
I had no issues with the ending. Honestly, I thought it was like a nice surprise, right? That they took that step, and so now this is all solving the mystery, and that's the kind of show that I like. I really like. I so much I saw it twice, dude.
Twice. Wow.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Listen, in terms of whatever issues with the ending of the show, I guess we're not gonna spoil it. Maybe you haven't seen it yet. Um, if anybody didn't think that was going to happen, now you can say they shouldn't have shown it that early, and that's fair. But anybody who has watched TV in the past, anybody who's seen maybe even 2 seconds of a trailer, of any trailer, would have seen 2 seconds of the trailer and said, "This is gonna happen." It was so clear that was the plan for the show. What he said, they foreshadowed it. Anybody who's surprised, I don't know what to tell you. You're ridiculous, because we all knew that was going to happen. Clearly. Now, them showing it that early, whatever. We can argue that. I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool because I know where we're going. Let's just get there and let's build off that. So now we can build off that and I have to wonder when it's going to happen, because it was going to happen 100%. That's what the trailer told you it was going to do. So you get upset about it. It's weird. I don't know. So I don't get the controversy. It's odd. It doesn't make any sense. It's like getting upset you see on Lanterns when the show's called Lanterns. It's the same thing. It doesn't make any sense. You know what they're gonna get you. So that's weird. So anybody's complaining about that, you're ridiculous. Now you can complain about the quality of the show, and that's fair. I like the show a lot too. I'm on board with that. That was very good. Nice, good vibe. Kyle Chandler is great in this as a kind of, I don't know, anti-hero, I guess, if you want to, for lack of a better word. Juxtaposed with, of course, Aaron Pierce's character, who's trying to be the next Lantern, I guess, and he's kind of a fearless, by the book kind of guy. And he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on because he does not know. Listen, I love the dynamic between both of them. That was really cool. I won't go as far as to say I had that true detective vibe that they kept saying. I'm not going to go that far as to agree with that. But
I don't know. Maybe a little bit.
I guess, man, that's what they kind of pitched, right? That's not like people saying it, just
Maybe,
whatever.
like
They're
maybe
pitching
the
it.
first season because that had the Harrison.
Yeah, but it was still very
Um,
dark. It's not the same kind of show, right? I mean, yeah,
no.
yeah, and I came from them. They're the ones saying it's True Detective Vision. I don't think I wouldn't say that either. Doesn't mean it's not good. I thought it was a really good show, really well done, good mystery. Taking this superhero genre kind of grounding it to some degree, not a whole lot, because it's still a Green
Well, I
Lantern.
mean,
I
I
mean,
don't. We consider this, to talk about aliens
I
grounding
mean,
anything, honestly.
in terms of the presentation, the way
Then
the show
he's
looked,
not a local beat cop trying to solve a murder, for Christ's
no,
sake. I
exactly. I
mean,
mean, you got as much as you could, particularly with the look and the feel of the show. I mean the tone, but because it doesn't feel like a superhero show. You watch like if you don't watch anything related to anything about aliens or lanterns, you wouldn't know what was going on, right? In terms of that. But it's like it's well done. I liked it.
unless you've only seen the Ryan Reynolds slant.
Unless you've seen my no, oof, no, you would complain about that.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
don't know about that. There's a lot to complain about that stupid thing. But it's a good, very good show. I really liked it a lot. It's very cool, and I love that the timeline because I thought about it, oh, it takes place was it 10 years ago? I guess the bulk of it.
In 2016, yeah.
Yeah,
And we started with the 1996
yeah. That
flashback
was a
there.
quick
And
flashback.
then
Yeah, yeah.
most of this is 2016. And then at the end, then they flash forward to 2026, right?
Yeah,
So I was like, okay,
that was cool. Like I didn't think I thought
yes.
I thought it was going to take place 10 years ago. Whatever, right? And it's kind of set up what whatever the future Green Lanterns hold down for the
Mhm.
DCU. So that was really cool. So I enjoy a lot. So yeah, for sure, I think it's an excellent watch. Check it out on HBO Max on Sundays.
Absolutely.
Next up, Netflix. We got a free fall, a reckoning for Boeing. Because Boeing, the aero, what do they call it? Not aeroplane,
Aerospace.
aerospace engineer company,
Yeah.
whatever they call it, whatever. Docu-film, of course, this one here, the lot of shenanigans by Boeing in terms of cost-cutting things that they did, which led to a lot of faulty equipment, I guess, or shoddy work, and planes were, I guess, one of them crashed. Hundreds of lives were lost as a result
Multiple crashes.
multiple crashes on issues, and the malfeasance is well documented. And of course, they go into the people who worked, for the company, some of the engineers and whistleblowers and all that. And one of the whistleblowers ended up getting whacked or committed suicide. You figure out what you believe, what you don't believe. Of course, is left for
No, I
interpretation.
mean, I think it's pretty clear he committed suicide. There was no
Probably
malfeasance there. He
more than
just,
like, but who knows? But yeah, and of course, big corporations do what they do, and they don't pay the price. Right? I mean, it is what it is, right? Story's old as time, but it's an interesting story. It goes by. I enjoyed it for the most part. And everything was pretty recent for 2010s, right? 2020s.
yeah, about that time,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's very recent. It isn't like a long time ago. It's just, I guess, and it's just a good look into what a company does to kind of turn a profit, and what it costs us at the end of the day, particularly the passengers, unfortunately, who lost their lives. But it was well done. I enjoyed it. There's a good story into that. So, Chew, your thoughts on it?
No, I mean, I like the backstory. It gives a kind of complete picture,
Mm.
right? Kind of focusing on this most recent litigation, and or maybe lack thereof, because they
Well,
really didn't. They got a little slap on the wrist, if that.
what else is new?
Um,
I mean,
I mean, it's very rare for these companies,
yeah,
corporations, executives that make decisions to be held accountable for those decisions, right?
right.
You implement the culture, and the net result is what you get, right? Even though that it's specifically, it's very rarely where you see a direct line saying an order that leads to something.
It's like the mob.
It's
You know what I'm
always
saying? Yeah, Gotti, yeah, he's the leader, but I didn't give the order. I didn't shoot the guy. It's
well, no, well, that's no. He does give the orders, dude. They follow his lead, right?
I
He
don't know.
says
Well,
someone gotta go, they
in
gotta
terms
go.
of what's
And
proven,
in this
there's
case,
always lieutenants and stuff like that.
they're beholden to shareholders, or and especially after the 70s, to shareholder value, right? And do everything to maximize profits and money and salaries and everything. And so those decisions lead to behavior, right? And that behavior leads to accidents and shortcuts and stuff, right? And when people step up and say something, then it makes things more difficult, where independent agencies don't act and
Yeah,
don't hold these companies to a minimum standard, right? And so this is what you get. I mean, you see it. We've seen it in many industries for
yeah.
many,
Oh, for
many,
sure.
many
That's what
years.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's a tell us all this time. It is what it is, right?
yeah,
Pharmaceuticals, you name it, right down the road. But it's an interesting watch for sure.
yeah.
Next one up, we got the Outer Banks. Of course, the final season, season 5, long running Netflix show. A bunch of kids who I guess are, I don't know, part treasure hunters. I guess I don't know what you want to call it. And so final season. I've heard mixed things about it. Yeah, this show's it's not a good. It's a guilty pleasure show. Let's call it what it is. At the end of the day,
Well, I
um,
mean, I don't know if it guilt after if you get 5 seasons on Netflix, which is hard to do to begin
it's
with.
well,
If that's guilty pleasure, I mean, we got
listen.
we've got most good shows that we've enjoyed 3 seasons, and that's it. There's the exception. There's a rare exception with Netflix, right? Sometimes you don't even get even two. To say that it got 5 seasons, obviously it's pulling numbers. It's not
Oh,
terribly
it's
expensive.
no, it's not, and I
Um,
think that's why the
and
cost is manageable because it's not like a sci-fi effect. This is a very simple
No,
show,
no, it's not
you know.
heavy on the,
Yeah,
it's the, locations maybe it's the most expensive part of the show, right? This year
true.
they went to Morocco and Croatia, if that was really Morocco or Spain, whatever. But,
Was it? Oh, whatever.
it's not like Stranger Things that gave us 7 or
Sure.
however many
Yeah,
seasons, right?
yeah. It was five.
And,
Five. It
and,
was
and
five.
deservedly so, right? We love that show. But a lot of shows that we've liked don't even get two on
No, no,
Netflix.
but like I always say, like, and outside of conversation, even like going back to Marvel, like you play the hits, right? You play what people want.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, and people want like this, right?
people,
It's
yeah,
like it's
exactly. They're one different, one
They like
different
the
thing.
characters.
Yeah,
They like the story. There's a heist. We love good heists. We love treasure hunting. I mean, it
well,
hits it's check, 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 right?
I
Right?
guess in terms of the concept, but the execution
Yeah.
has been pretty hit and miss with the show, to say the least. And I'm being nice, but it's just not a good show. I get what people watch it for sure. There's a lot of bad shows and movies people watch, tons of them that make tons of money and the dog shit. It is what it is, right? Transformers makes a lot of money. Let's not kid ourselves about the quality of that, but it happens. But this is one of those shows that it's easy consumable, and I get why. Doesn't change the fact it's a poorly written show and it's ridiculous at times, but I can see the entertainment
Oh
value.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you have
it's ridiculous.
to
The decisions they
accept
make,
the
exactly.
shortcomings, the plot holes,
Yes,
the
and that's
the
what
the
I'm
leap of
saying.
faith that you have to take, right? With these types of shows and adventure. I mean, treasure hunting,
For
right? I mean,
sure,
yeah.
and the people involved. I like the characters are fine, but they do what they do. It's frustrating and cool at the same time. It's one of those shows. Listen, it's the final season. Seeing at 3 episodes, same thing. A lot of hit, a lot of miss. Status quo. With this show. So again, final season. You're probably not watching it by now. You're not gonna watch it. Let's not kid ourselves.
No, if you're not in now, don't bother. But
Yeah,
if you've enjoyed it, you like it, you're gonna finish it, right? Because you want a
exactly.
conclusion.
Want a conclusion, and so far it's pretty much on par with what I've seen in the past. So, Drew, your thoughts?
No, agreed. Yeah, I mean, I mean, you obviously the writing in the situations really, really, you can, the whole get away from the cop situation in Croatia. I'm like, well, that was easy.
And,
These Keystone cops.
with the worst cops ever, and it's funny because that girl, she's being chased, and the given a description like, oh, she's wearing this and that, and she keeps wearing it. She doesn't take her clothes, like a shirt off, anything the coach is wearing. Like, what are we doing? It just doesn't make any sense. It's really bad.
Yeah,
But I get the entertainment value of it. I get it. That's what I'm saying. Kind of guilty pleasure. You know it's not good, but you still watch it because you kind of like it. That's what I'm saying.
that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, so again, it's on there. So like I said, and I've heard mixed things about the ending. So that remains to be seen. It's up to stick the landing for sure. The last one, a film on Netflix, facing El Chapo. Of course, this one here is, I guess, based off true events. I'm sure there's a lot of
Yes, yes.
dramatization here on this one, but of course, El Chapo, infamous Mexican cartel leader who escaped from prison more than once, I believe. Right? Am I wrong in that? I don't know. At least
No, I
once.
think just
Just
one.
at
I
least
mean,
once.
he
Okay.
was chased for many years. They caught him, then he escaped, and then they caught him
Escape.
again.
And
Right,
okay,
but it took years for him to catch him the first time.
yes, of
Right.
course. And this one here, we have a couple cops, on the beat, night beat, and their cars reported stolen, and they pull it over, and it happens to be the Chapo. And lo and behold, and they don't know what to do because there's going to be some danger when trying to encounter someone like El Chapo and his forces out there trying to break him free or whatever the case is. So they struggle with what do we do with him, what do we take him, who do we call, who do we contact, and how can they notable dealing with the dangers that come with trying to arrest or apprehend someone like a Chapo. Chu, your thoughts on this 90 minute movie, if I'm not mistaken?
I liked it, man. I thought it was very interesting. I wondered. I wasn't sure if this was actually based on true events, and then we got the epilogue at the end,
Mm-hmm.
right, with the description. And actually,
Oh, right,
they didn't actually show the two cops, right, for obvious reasons.
of course.
They're
Identity
still
is
in.
protected. Yeah.
yeah. They still protect their identities because you see a picture, these information is still out there, right?
Of
They
course.
just disappear.
Yeah.
And so the last thing you want is like, oh yeah, he's here. It's just picture me. Like I said, a couple. I think one of the guys like literally, was put on assignment like in Europe or somewhere,
Yeah, overseas.
right? So or the U.S. So eventually, I mean, yeah, this happened. Yeah, great that they did it, and but your life turns upside down. But I mean, like I said, good action, in very interesting story that's based on some fact,
Mhm.
right? And the events that transpired on this final captured. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, listen, it was 90 minutes, quick to the point, which I like. The focus was mainly on him and the cops and El Chapo and what they do, and that. So I enjoyed that. It was tense, a lot of tension because, dangerous. His family's in danger, of course. All that with the kind of power that cartel had
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
Mexico and the corruption that goes on there. It was very easy for him to access where he lives and where his family, et cetera, et cetera.
yeah.
So,
Find his name, get his information, and then
exactly.
then
Yeah,
put
yeah,
apply pressure,
yeah.
right?
This coward's white. Who do you trust? Because they can have their hands in everywhere.
There you go. They'll Escobar, right? Plomo or plata, dude.
Well, that's how it goes. So yeah, so it was very cool. So I liked it, enjoyed it. The fact that it was a true story makes it more interesting. Again, I'm sure it's dramatized, of course, but the basics of it were legit, for sure. In terms of they had pulled them over, and whatever happens after that happens. But an entertaining film for sure. 90 minutes, again, not long, to the point. Actually, kind of enjoyable for a Netflix film. So there we go. Like I said, not a big week, and that's kind of been a theme over the last couple weeks, right? It's been kind of slow.
Very light, but
It's
get very
August.
light. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
summertime's coming in, and so what? Next week's a little bigger. For the most part, we got the the Untold series coming back. With
Not the unfold.
not the Unfold, Untold unfolding on Netflix. We got the what is it? The testimony of Vince Young, of course, the Texas
The
quarterback
first
who
one is
who
yeah.
took down, of course, USC. USC thought they could win. Get out of here.
Stop it,
Sorry,
dude.
Joey.
What a rig.
It's fixed. The fix is in. Actually, the one after that is about the woman who won that was a dance,
Oh
break
no,
dance
where
contest
she got to
or
the
something.
Olympics and
Olympics.
she did some interpretive dance on
Interpret,
the like
yeah,
oh
ridiculous.
god.
So that'd be kind of interesting to watch to get their perspective.
And then the last one is on Mr. T. So these are weekly drops.
Oh yeah,
So
Mr.
last one's
T,
on
right?
Mr. T.
Mr. T, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, he's iconic, Mr. T. So that starts
Mhm.
again on Tuesday, September.
Not to be confused with the great iced tea.
I don't know, Mr. T trumps iced tea.
or
I don't like
or
iced tea.
or 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 liquid tea from Rick and Morty.
There you go. That now you're talking. Uh, we got the
Speaking of
finale.
which, we didn't talk about the ending of Rick and Morty, by the way.
Oh, I think I still have to watch it. To be honest with you, I had a busy week last week, so I'm gonna watch it today.
Oh, you haven't even finished it? Oh,
No,
okay. Well,
that was the goal today, was to finish that up.
okay.
Speaking of finishing up, on 100 Years of Solitude, finishing up its second season, the
Finale.
finale episode,
Well,
of
it's
course.
the show finale.
Show
Period. There's
finale,
no
yeah.
there's no more
Well,
seasons.
yeah,
Yeah.
the show finale, of course. We got the Undeclared
See
War
what I
on
mean?
Peacock.
Great shows only get two seasons.
That one's designed by design.
That's based on a
I
book,
mean,
so you're not gonna get more, right? It's just this is just the story
it's a
itself.
story, so exactly. The Undeclared War, kind of a cyber thriller show on Peacock, coming back for its second season. And on the 28th, we're excited about Dark Matter.
Oh
Coming
hell
in
yeah!
on Apple
This
Plus
week.
for season number 2. The show I'm telling people go back and watch the first season. Great sci-fi show, for sure. I mean, I don't think it's a comparison for it. I keep saying Silo because it's the same style of show in terms of sci-fi,
Well,
I guess. But
Silo is apocalyptic, and
no,
now
but
again
I'm just saying
we're getting into
the closest thing I can compare it to at the end of the day.
uncovering the
Yeah.
mystery. We kind of get a picture of what happened, or
Yeah.
what's especially this last episode,
True.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Or what's going to
Yeah.
happen. This one is this is Dark Matter is strictly
This
sci-fi,
is pure
right? And
sci-fi.
based
Sure. Sure.
on a physics concept, right, about Schrodinger's cat, right,
Mhm.
and superposition. So obviously that's high level. We're not This is not a science show, by any chance, but that's a concept in physics. And so this is third episode. This show that kind of explains that
Yeah.
in a certain sense, and it's
And,
so good, man,
and
so good.
I still need a recap on this show. I have to watch it before I get back on it.
Yeah.
Just remember what
Well,
happened.
especially the end, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's what I'm saying. How it ended, all that. But I'm excited about that. So that's coming back on the 28th. Also, the Betty La Fea coming back on Prime. I guess it's the second
final
season,
season.
final season of the
Yes, final season of the
yeah,
reboot.
the
Yeah,
reboot,
not reboot
not
or
reboot, but
continuation.
continuation, of course. And on Netflix, we got the Whisper Man. We got Robert De Niro, Adam Scott in this one. So that looks maybe potentially interesting. Again, that's on Netflix, kind
Yeah.
of a thriller, if you will, procedural
Yeah.
thriller. So yeah, so again, not a huge week, but definitely some good stuff coming out. Particularly with Dark Matter, so I'm very excited for this week. But yeah, so there we are. So again, join us every Sunday. Football hasn't started, so you got more time to watch some of these shows or other shows that are coming out. We'll talk about them each week. Let you know which you keep on your radar, which you should scratch off the list, etc., etc. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.